It's a common belief that living past 80 is just a matter of luck or good genes, isn't it? We often hear stories of people who live to a ripe old age, and we think, well, they just got lucky. But what if I told you that for many, reaching that milestone and truly thriving beyond it isn't just about avoiding serious illness, but about missing some surprisingly simple, yet profound keys to vitality in later years. It can feel disheartening to see friends and family decline sooner than expected, or to worry about your own energy and zest for life fading as the years go by. It's a painful reality that many face. The truth is, while some factors are indeed out of our control, there are powerful, often overlooked reasons why many seniors don't live past 80, and more importantly, why they don't live well past 80. These aren't hidden medical secrets or complex regimens, but rather surprising aspects of our daily lives that subtly chip away at our longevity and quality of life. In this video, we're going to explore 5 surprising reasons that often get missed in the conversation about health and aging. And even more importantly, what simple, actionable shifts you can make to change your own trajectory. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and watch until the very end, because there's something truly unexpected waiting for you that could change your perspective entirely. Let's dive right into our first surprising reason. One that might not immediately come to mind when you think about health and longevity. We often focus on diet and exercise, but there's an invisible force at play, equally powerful, that profoundly impacts how long and how well we live. It's the invisible toll of purpose and connection, or more accurately, the lack thereof. For many seniors, retirement, the loss of loved ones, or children moving away can lead to a profound sense of feeling irrelevant, lacking a daily drive, or experiencing deep loneliness. This isn't just about feeling a bit sad or blue. It's a critical health factor that physically changes your brain chemistry, dampens your immune system, and floods your body with damaging stress hormones. It's often dismissed as just part of getting old or the empty nest syndrome. But study after study shows a strong link between social isolation, a lack of purpose, and earlier mortality rates, sometimes even more impactful than traditional risk factors like smoking. Think about it when you wake up each day. What is your reason to get out of bed? What gives your day structure, meaning, and a sense of accomplishment? For years, our careers, raising families, or caring for others provided this framework. But when those roles shift, a void can appear. This void isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. When we feel purposeless, our brains don't engage as actively. Our motivation for self-care dwindles, and we can fall into a spiral of inactivity and disengagement. Similarly, genuine human connection is as vital as oxygen. We are social beings, and when we lack meaningful relationships, the kind where you can truly share your joys and sorrows, where you feel seen and understood, our bodies react as if they are in a constant state of threat, leading to chronic inflammation and a host of health problems. It's not about having a huge circle of acquaintances, but about cultivating a few deep, supportive bonds. So, what can we do to combat this silent longevity thief? The good news is, you have immense power here. The first step is to reignite a sense of purpose. Think about what truly lights you up. Did you have a hobby you abandoned years ago, like painting, gardening, or playing an instrument? Now might be the perfect time to pick it up again. Or perhaps there's something new you've always wanted to learn, like a new language, how to use a computer, or a craft. Even starting small, like committing to a daily routine of caring for a pet, tending a small garden, or simply being the neighborhood's friendly face who checks on others, can provide that essential daily purpose. I remember Mrs. Henderson, a lovely lady who felt quite lost after her husband passed and her children moved away. She confided in me that she just felt like she was waiting. Then, she saw an advertisement for a local knitting group that made blankets for children in need. She reluctantly joined. But within weeks, her whole demeanor changed. She had a reason to get up, a community to connect with, and the profound satisfaction of contributing to something meaningful. Her health, her energy, and her outlook improve dramatically. Secondly, actively cultivate genuine connections. This means going beyond polite hellos. Reach out to old friends you've lost touch with. Join clubs or community groups that align with your interests, whether it's a book club, a walking group, a local choir, or a volunteer organization. Look for intergenerational activities, where you can share your wisdom with younger generations and gain fresh perspectives from them. Even in our digital age, virtual connections can count, as long as they are meaningful and involve real conversation, not just passive scrolling. Think about starting a weekly video call with family members who live far away, or joining an online forum dedicated to a hobby you love. The key is active engagement, not just passive observation. And finally, consider being a giver. The act of helping others, sharing your skills, or simply offering a kind word is profoundly rewarding. It creates a sense of value and reminds you of your own strengths and contributions. Could you mentor someone, offer to help a neighbor with errands, or volunteer at a local charity? Even small acts of kindness create a positive ripple effect, not just for the recipient, but especially for you, boosting your mood, reducing stress, and fostering a deep sense of purpose. Mr. Davies, who had been a retired teacher, found immense joy and improved health when he started tutoring disadvantaged kids online a few hours a week. He felt useful, challenged, and incredibly connected. So, you see, the first surprising reason isn't some complex medical condition, but a fundamental human need for purpose and connection. Addressing it can unlock incredible vitality. Now that we've touched on the incredible power of purpose and connection, let's turn our attention to another surprising factor that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. It's easy to push those little signals aside, isn't it? We tend to think that if something isn't screaming at us with pain, it can't be that serious. And that leads us directly to our second surprising reason why many seniors don't live past 80, overlooking the whispers, ignoring subtle symptoms, and consistently skipping preventative care. So often, we dismiss early warning signs as just aging, a persistent cough that lingers longer than it should, an unusual fatigue that doesn't go away with rest, minor memory blips that seem to be happening more often, or even a subtle twinge in the chest that comes and goes. The mindset of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or a reluctance to bother the doctor for something that doesn't feel acutely painful can be incredibly dangerous. This allows serious conditions, from heart disease and diabetes to certain cancers, to progress silently, often reaching an advanced stage before they're finally addressed. Beyond ignoring symptoms, many of us also fall into the trap of skipping routine screenings simply because I feel fine. Regular blood pressure checks, cholesterol tests, mammograms, colonoscopies, and other age-appropriate screenings are not just good ideas. They are proactive measures that can catch problems when they are small and most treatable, dramatically improving outcomes and extending healthy life. It's a very human tendency to normalize discomfort or change, especially as we get older. We think, oh, my knees just ache more now, or I'm just tired because I'm not as young as I used to be. But sometimes, these aren't normal signs of aging. They are your body whispering to you, trying to tell you something important. Take persistent fatigue. For example, while some tiredness is normal, chronic exhaustion could be a sign of anything from a thyroid imbalance, anemia, or even an underlying heart condition. My Aunt Carol was like this. She'd always been a vibrant woman, but in her late 70s, she started complaining of being constantly tired, even after a good night's sleep. She put it down to her age, saying, "Well, I'm not 20 anymore." It took her niece insisting she see a doctor. A simple blood test revealed a significant thyroid issue that was easily treatable. Once she started medication, her energy returned, and she felt years younger. Her quality of life, which had slowly dwindled due to her fatigue, was dramatically restored. Imagine how much longer she might have struggled if she hadn't eventually listened. So, how do we address this first? And most importantly, listen to your body. Become an active observer of your own health. It can be helpful to keep a simple health journal. Note any unusual symptoms, even minor ones. When did they start? How often do they occur? What makes them better or worse? Don't self-diagnose based on internet searches, and certainly don't dismiss them out of hand. Your doctor is your partner in health, and they rely on your observations. Secondly, be proactive with your doctor. Regular checkups aren't just for when you're sick. Schedule them annually, even if you feel perfectly well. During these appointments, discuss any small concerns you've noted, no matter how insignificant they seem. Ask your doctor about age-appropriate screenings and vaccinations, things like flu shots, pneumonia vaccines, shingles vaccines, and routine cancer screenings. Be an advocate for your own health. You know your body best, and you have every right to ask questions and seek clarity. Thirdly, empower yourself by understanding the difference between common age-related changes and actual warning signs. For example, occasional forgetfulness, like misplacing your keys, is very different from consistent memory problems that affect your daily life, like getting lost in familiar places. A little research from reputable health sources can help you distinguish between the two. But always follow up with a medical professional if you have concerns. It's easy to push those little signals aside, isn't it? But just as important as listening to our bodies is how we move them, or rather, how we don't. And that leads us to our third surprising reason why many seniors don't live past 80, the sedentary trap beyond exercise: losing functional strength and mobility. When we talk about physical activity, most people immediately think of intense workouts, running marathons, or hours in the gym. But the real issue for many seniors is not just a lack of formal exercise, but the insidious loss of functional strength. This is the strength and mobility required for everyday life, the ability to get up from a low chair without struggle, to carry a bag of groceries without feeling completely exhausted, to bend down to tie your shoes or pick something up off the floor, or crucially, to quickly recover your balance from a stumble. Even if you take a daily walk, if you spend the majority of your day sitting, those critical muscles needed for independence and fall prevention slowly atrophy. Too much sitting, sometimes referred to as the new smoking, weakens the core, legs, and back muscles, dramatically increasing the risk of falls, which are a leading cause of serious injury and decline in older adults. It's not just about cardio for heart health. It's about staying strong enough to live independently, confidently, and safely in your own home and community. Many people over 60 believe that simple walks are enough. And while walking is fantastic for cardiovascular health, it doesn't adequately challenge the muscles needed for lifting, twisting, or maintaining stability. When these functional movements become difficult or impossible, it can lead to a loss of independence, a fear of falling, and ultimately, a more limited and less fulfilling life. So, how do we escape this sedentary trap? The good news is, it doesn't require a gym membership or complicated routines. The first actionable step is to simply break up your sitting time. If you find yourself sitting for extended periods, watching TV, reading, or working on a computer, set a timer. Every 30 to 60 minutes, get up and move, even if it's just for a few minutes. Walk to the kitchen for a glass of water. Do a few gentle stretches. Stand up and sit down a few times like a gentle squat. Or do some calf raises while waiting for the kettle to boil. These micro-movements add up throughout the day and keep your muscles engaged. Secondly, make a conscious effort to incorporate strength training. This sounds intimidating, but it can be very simple. You don't need heavy weights. You can use light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even just your own body weight. Focus on movements that mimic daily activities, squats or chair stands for getting up and down, rows pulling a resistance band towards you for opening doors or pulling things, and overhead presses for reaching. There are many excellent seated exercise videos available online that are specifically designed for seniors and are incredibly effective. Start with just 10-15 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week. I recall John, who was very proud of his daily walks, but he struggled with simple tasks like carrying laundry baskets up the stairs. He felt frustrated and less confident. Once he started incorporating just 10 minutes of simple bodyweight exercises, focusing on chair squats and standing leg lifts, his confidence soared, and he was soon tackling those stairs with ease, improving his overall sense of independence. Thirdly, prioritize balance and flexibility. These are often overlooked but are absolutely crucial for preventing falls. Tai Chi and gentle yoga are fantastic for this, but even simple balance exercises can make a huge difference. Try standing on one leg while holding onto a counter, or practice heel-to-toe walking in a straight line. Incorporate stretches that maintain your range of motion, like gentle arm circles or leg swings. Consistent practice here directly reduces your risk of falls, a major contributor to loss of independence and early decline. Finally, think of your daily chores and activities as opportunities for functional movement. Gardening, cleaning, walking the dog, playing with grandchildren. These are all forms of activity. Make them more intentional. Can you carry 2 lighter bags of groceries instead of 1 heavy one to engage more muscles? Can you do a few extra stretches while dusting? Every little bit counts. So, we've talked about the power of purpose, the importance of listening to our bodies, and the necessity of staying functionally strong. But what about the fuel we put into these amazing bodies that brings us to our next crucial insight? It's incredible how much our bodies rely on the right fuel. Isn't it? We might think we're eating well, avoiding junk food, opting for home-cooked meals, but there's a sneaky problem many seniors face that can profoundly impact their health and longevity. This leads us to our 4th surprising reason why many seniors don't live past 80: hidden hunger. Nutritional deficiencies despite seemingly eating well. It's not just about avoiding unhealthy foods or eating your vegetables. As we age, our digestive system can become less efficient at absorbing vital nutrients from the food we eat. Medications, which many seniors take daily, can also interfere with nutrient absorption. Appetite might decrease, leading to smaller portion sizes or less variety in the diet. Often, seniors fall into routine eating habits that lack the full spectrum of vitamins and minerals. This silent, long-term depletion of crucial nutrients like vitamin D, vitamin B12, calcium, magnesium, and protein, which are essential for energy, bone health, muscle maintenance, cognitive function, and immune strength, can gradually chip away at our vitality. This hidden hunger can make you feel chronically fatigued, weak, more susceptible to illness, and can accelerate the aging process without you even realizing why. Think about it, you might be eating a balanced meal, but if your body isn't effectively extracting the nutrients, it's almost as if you haven't eaten them at all. For instance, vitamin B12 absorption often declines with age, and a deficiency can lead to severe fatigue, memory problems, and even nerve damage, often mistaken for normal signs of aging. Similarly, insufficient vitamin D is incredibly common, impacting bone density, immune function, and mood. And protein, the building block of our muscles, becomes even more critical as we age. Yet many seniors don't consume enough, leading to sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. This hidden hunger isn't about feeling a rumbling stomach. It's about your cells and systems quietly starving for the elements they need to function optimally. So, how do we combat this hidden hunger? The first actionable step is to prioritize nutrient-dense foods. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods that pack a powerful nutritional punch. Think vibrant, colorful fruits and vegetables, berries, leafy greens, broccoli, carrots, lean proteins, chicken, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and whole grains. Aim for variety. The more colors and types of plant foods you eat, the wider the range of vitamins and minerals you'll consume. Secondly, ensure adequate protein intake. Protein is absolutely vital for maintaining muscle mass, which directly impacts your strength, mobility, and ability to recover from illness. Aim for a good source of protein at every meal. This could be Greek yogurt or eggs at breakfast, a lean protein salad at lunch, and a piece of fish or chicken with dinner. If your appetite is small, try to include protein snacks, like a handful of almonds or a small piece of cheese. Mary, who had always eaten sensibly but was perpetually tired, discovered a significant vitamin B12 deficiency after a simple blood test. Once she adjusted her diet to include more fortified foods and, with her doctor's guidance, took a supplement, her energy returned, and she felt like herself again. Tom, on the other hand, a gentleman who felt himself getting weaker, started adding a protein shake to his breakfast routine and found he had more stamina for his daily activities. Thirdly, consider targeted supplementation, but always with your doctor's advice. Given the challenges with absorption and potential dietary gaps, certain supplements can be beneficial. Discuss with your doctor if supplements for vitamin D, B12 calcium, or magnesium are appropriate for you, especially if blood tests indicate deficiencies. It's not about taking a handful of pills. It's about strategically filling in any nutritional gaps unique to your body. Finally, stay well hydrated. This is often overlooked, but proper hydration impacts every bodily function, including nutrient absorption, circulation, digestion, and energy levels. Many seniors don't drink enough water because their thirst sensation diminishes with age. Keep a water bottle handy and sip throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty. Herbal teas or diluted fruit juices can also contribute to your fluid intake. It's incredible how much our bodies rely on the right fuel, isn't it? But there's another insidious factor, often dismissed as just life's stresses, that silently chips away at our longevity and well-being. This brings us to our fifth and final surprising reason: the silent saboteur, unmanaged chronic stress, and poor sleep. We often underestimate the profound physical toll of chronic, low-grade stress. This isn't just about acute, dramatic life events, but the everyday worries about finances, family, health, or even just the constant annoyances and frustrations of daily life. This constant state of fight or flight response elevates cortisol, our primary stress hormone. High cortisol levels, over time, lead to chronic inflammation throughout the body, contribute to high blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and accelerate cellular aging. It's like constantly running your engine in high gear, causing premature wear and tear. Compounding this, poor sleep, whether it's waking frequently, difficulty falling asleep, or simply not getting enough truly restorative rest, prevents your body from properly repairing and rejuvenating itself. During deep sleep, our bodies do critical maintenance work. Cells repair, memories consolidate, and toxins are cleared from the brain. When this process is constantly interrupted or cut short, the body never gets a chance to truly rest and recover. Many people dismiss these issues as just part of getting older or normal for my age, but they are major contributors to accelerated decline and reduced lifespan. Think of chronic stress and poor sleep as a slow, steady drip that erodes your health foundation. It's not a sudden crash, but a gradual weakening of your body's systems, leaving you more vulnerable to illness, slower to recover, and less energetic. When you're constantly stressed, your immune system can't fight off infections as effectively. When you're sleep deprived, your cognitive function suffers, your mood dips, and your body struggles to regulate blood sugar and inflammation. It's a vicious cycle that, if left unaddressed, can significantly shorten your healthy years. So, how do we tackle this silent saboteur? The first crucial step is to develop stress management habits that work for you. This isn't about eliminating all stress. That's impossible. But about changing your body's response to it. Find what genuinely helps you unwind and calm your nervous system. This could be practicing deep breathing exercises for just a few minutes each day, engaging in gentle meditation, spending time in nature, listening to calming music, journaling your thoughts and feelings, or simply talking to a trusted friend or family member. Even 10 minutes a day dedicated to a stress-reducing activity can make a tangible difference in your cortisol levels and overall well-being. Susan, for instance, had suffered from insomnia and constant worry for years, feeling like she was always dragging and on edge. She felt it was just her lot in life. But by adopting a consistent wind-down routine before bed and learning simple diaphragmatic breathing exercises from an online course, she finally started sleeping soundly, and her overall health, mood, and energy visibly improved. Secondly, prioritize sleep hygiene. This means creating an environment and routine that supports healthy, restorative sleep. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Even on weekends, try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, a warm bath, reading a book, or listening to calming music. Avoiding stimulating activities like watching exciting TV shows or using electronic devices for at least an hour before bed. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Limit heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, as these can severely disrupt your sleep quality. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep, not an office or entertainment hub. Finally, and importantly, seek help for persistent issues. If stress feels overwhelming and unmanageable, or if sleep problems are chronic despite your best efforts, talk to your doctor. There are solutions available, from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT specifically for insomnia, to sleep studies that can diagnose underlying conditions like sleep apnea. Don't suffer in silence, assuming it's just old age. Investing in better sleep and stress management is one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term health and vitality. So, there you have it. Our 5 surprising reasons why so many seniors don't just stop at 80, but why they often don't live their fullest, most vibrant lives in their later years. Each one, when addressed with awareness and simple action, can unlock incredible potential for a longer, healthier, and happier life. We've talked about the vital importance of finding purpose and staying connected, the wisdom in listening to your body's early whispers and getting proactive with your health, the liberating power of maintaining functional strength and breaking free from the sedentary trap, how nourishing your body from within can combat hidden deficiencies, and finally, the profound impact of taming stress and prioritizing truly restorative sleep. Remember, you don't need to tackle all 5 at once. That can feel overwhelming, even small. Consistent steps in any of these areas can create a powerful ripple effect, adding not just years to your life, but incredible life to your years. Your journey to thriving past 80 and well beyond starts now. With these insights and the simple choices you make each day, these aren't secrets for a lucky few. They are actionable principles for all of us. I'd absolutely love to hear which of these reasons resonated most with you, or what positive changes you've already made in your own life to stay vibrant and engaged. Share your thoughts, experiences, and wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else on their own journey. If you found this video helpful and uplifting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more practical advice, encouragement, and motivation to live your best life at every age. Thank you for joining me today. Keep living vibrantly, keep growing, and keep embracing every precious moment. Here's to a long, healthy, and joy-filled life.